Algebra 2 Composite Functions. So here we're going to outline 7 steps, 7 general steps to compose 2 functions, for example. To compose 2 functions, you simply take an entire function, place it into a bracket inside of another function. In other words, you are actually fitting one function into another. So let's outline the steps. Step number 1. The first thing that you do is to identify the 2 functions. Say, for example, f of x is equal to ax plus b, and g of x is equal to cx plus d. So I need you to take out a pen or pencil and a book and start writing, because anytime you are looking at a math video, you must be participative. You must be looking at the math video with your pen or pencil and your paper and your calculator. That's the only way that you will maximize your understanding of what the video is all about. So I'll give you a little time to take out your pen or pencil and your notebook and start to write. Now let's go to the second step. It says pay attention to the sequence of the composite function notation. So take, for example, f g of x. As you can see, if you're reading from left to right, you have f and then g and then of x, f g of x. So pay attention to that sequence from left to right, and even from right to left, because in mathematics, you can read from right to left also. So please pay attention to that sequence. So please take this down. Third step, write down the function of the first letter in the sequence, reading from left to right. So here we have f of x is equal to ax plus b, because f comes first, so you write down this function. Step number 4, then you rewrite this function by replacing all the x's with brackets. So please take this down. Rewrite this function by replacing all x's with brackets. Step number 5. Now you place the second function in these brackets. Remember, we are reading from left to right, okay? So the second function you see now is g. So place the second function in these brackets that you have created in step number 4. All right, remember in step number 4, it says rewrite this function by replacing all x's. All where you have x, you have brackets, blank brackets, empty brackets. So now in step number 5, you place the second function, which is g in this example, in these brackets. So as you can see, f of g, because there was once an x, but now you put g there, is equal to a. Now, g now is cx plus d. So it's a times g plus b. But since g is cx plus d, we directly put cx plus d in that bracket plus b, which is the continuation of f. So you put g where x is, the letter g, and the expression of g, you put it inside of this bracket there. A times g, which is a times cx plus d, because g is cx plus d, and then plus b, because f now has a plus b at the end. Please take this down. Now, step number 6, you clear all the brackets on the left side. No, on the right side. You clear all the brackets on the right side. So as you can see, you have fg of x. That's the expression we started with. You have fg, but you just put fg of x to indicate the x is a variable, equal. Now on the right side, you clear the brackets. So as you can see, it's a times cx plus d, a times cx, which is acx, and a times d, which is ad plus b. So you clear brackets on the right side, not the left side, on the right side by multiplying. Okay? And Step number 7, now you simplify. So if there are numbers, AD will be a number. So you add AD to B and you'll get a value. That's called the simplification. And this is composite functions. These are the 7 steps. That's one way of doing composite function. Now let us do an example. Let's take a look at an example. So in this example, it says given f of x is equal to 3x plus 12 and g of x is equal to 4x plus 7, find the expression for fg of x. And here's the solution. Here are the 7 steps according to the 7-step outline previously. So write down this example as you see it. Pause the video and write down the example. So taking a look back at the first step, it says identify the 2 functions, and they are written down, f and g. So we're going to apply that first step. So here, the 2 functions have been identified, f and g. F of x is equal to 3x plus 12, and g of x is equal to 4x plus 7. So please write this down, the identification of the 2 functions. The second step is to pay attention to the sequence of the composite function notation. All right, reading from left to right. So now, as you can see, we have to find what is fg of x in this example. Let us see in the example following, what is the sequence. So in the sequence of the composite function notation here, we have to find fg of x also. So the f function is the first function reading from left to right. Okay? So please take this down. Now the third step is to write down the function of the first letter in the sequence reading from left to right. So write down this function. In that case, it's f, so f has been written down. So let's apply this to the example. So reading from left to right, you have f g of x. So f comes first. We have to write down what is f. F is 3x plus 12. So in step number 3, write f of x is equal to 3x plus 12. So please write this down. Now the fourth step says to rewrite this function, the function that you have written down in step number 3, write it down by replacing all x's with brackets. So let's do that. So where you have f of x, you do not write x anymore, you write f and a bracket equal to 3x plus 12. You do not write x anymore, you write 3, open, close bracket. As you can see, the bracket is a little longer, bigger bracket. So please take note of that. Plus 12. So all x's there in step number 4, x must not appear at all. All you must have is empty brackets. All where you have x, you've got empty brackets. So please write this down as is. Make sure that 3 open close bracket, this bracket is a little bigger, is a longer, because it have to accommodate g. It have to accommodate g. G is 4x plus 7. So you have to put 4x plus 7 in there in step number 5. So just for anticipation, make this bracket a little bigger. It's step number 4. So let's see what step number 5 have to say. Step number 5 says, place the second function in these brackets. The second function is g. In that case, you have cx plus d. As you can see, cx plus d is placed in this bigger bracket there, and the letter g is placed in this little smaller bracket there. So let's apply this to this example. So here in step number 5, we have f of g. So we put the letter g in this small bracket there, f of g is equal to 3 times 4x plus 7, because g now is 4x plus 7. 3 times 4x plus 7 plus 12, because remember, f have a plus 12 in it. So 3 times 4x plus 7, close, open, close bracket, plus 12. Make sure you have your brackets, which of course was done in step number 4 already. Please take this down. Now, step number 6 is clear all the brackets on the right side. Okay. On the left side, you put FG and you include the notation F. FG, you could leave FG, but you can put FG of X for proper notation. FG of X is equal to, and we clear the brackets on the right side by multiplying by A. The number outside of this bracket, the left bracket, you multiply to all what's inside of the bracket. You distribute this coefficient to all what's inside of the bracket. So let's apply that to the example, step number 6. So again, prepare to continue writing. You write FG of X. Please write this down. And you can pause the video, FG of X. Anytime you're looking at the video, you have to pause, write, pause, rewind, play, replay. That's how you watch a math video. It's equal to, and now we're going to clear this bracket on the right side by multiplying by 3. We're going to distribute 3 to 4x and 7. So 3 4s are 12. So that's why you have 12x. And 3 times 7, or 3 times plus 7 is plus 21. 3 4s are 12, 3 7s are 21, and then you're plus 12. So please write this down. And final step is to simplify. So let's apply this to this example. Here you can clearly see that 21 plus 12 can be simplified. So for step number 7, you write FG of X is equal to, carry down your 12x, but then 21 plus 12 can be simplified to 33. So the final answer is FG of X is equal to 12x plus 33. I would advise you to do this again, try this again a couple of times without looking at the video. All right, if you have to take a sneak peek at it, yes, but a second time, a third time, till when you can do it on your own. Composite functions, putting one function in another function.